Have you ever sat alone, late at night, wondering, am I enough? Am I smart enough? Will I ever make it? If you're a student or just a young person trying to find your way, maybe these thoughts feel a little too familiar. You wake up with pressure already building, assignments piling up, expectations rising, and still, no one seems to see how hard you're really trying. It feels like the whole world is moving forward, and you're just stuck. And when someone puts you on the spot, whether it's a teacher, a job interviewer, or even a friend, suddenly your mind goes blank. Your heart races, and you can't find the words. Let me tell you something you might not hear enough. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to feel nervous. And no, you're not behind. You're in the process of becoming. Right now, you're in your early years. You're struggling years. And that's okay, because no great story starts with, I had it all figured out. Let's talk about that feeling you get when you're asked a question and your mind freezes. You had thoughts, you had ideas, but they all vanished the moment attention turned to you. We've all been there. And you know what? That fear isn't weakness. It's your brain trying to protect you from embarrassment, from failure, from being judged. But here's the truth. No one tells you. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to be willing. Willing to try. Willing to speak, even when your voice shakes. Willing to show up as you are, imperfect but determined. Because while everyone else is trying to sound smart, the world craves something real. And the most powerful thing you can be is yourself. So how do you speak when your confidence is low? How do you express yourself when your mind won't cooperate? You start by understanding this. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be present. Forget trying to impress. Forget trying to memorize the perfect answer. Focus instead on connection, on being clear, on being honest. Want to make things easier for your brain when you're nervous? Use a simple structure. Let's say you're asked a tough question. Instead of panicking, break it down like this. What is the problem? What is the solution? What's the benefit of doing it your way? Or another one. What happened? Why does it matter? What can we do about it? These aren't fancy techniques. They're lifelines. They help your thoughts flow. They give your voice shape, even in chaos. You don't need to memorize them. You just need to practice using them in real life. And speaking of practice, most people prepare in silence. They think and think and think. But when it comes time to talk, nothing comes out. That's because your thoughts might be clear in your head, but speaking is a physical skill. And like any skill, it needs practice. You wouldn't train for a marathon by reading about running. You run, so speak out loud, to yourself, to the mirror, to your phone. Record yourself, reflect, improve, and slowly your brain will learn, hey, I can do this. Every voice crack, every awkward pause, every imperfect sentence, it's progress. It's growth. Now, let's talk about something deeper. Why do we stay silent? It's not because we have nothing to say. It's because we've convinced ourselves that our words don't matter. We think, I'm not smart enough. What if I mess up? People will laugh. I'm just a student. Let me tell you the truth. Your voice matters. Your ideas matter. And your presence matters. You might be young, but your perspective is unique. You might be struggling, but you're not broken. And every time you choose to speak up, you step closer to the person you were meant to become. Visuals. A young person giving a presentation, others clapping softly. Transition to quiet morning walk. You're not just learning how to speak. You're learning how to own your story, to take up space, to be seen, to be heard. So speak like you belong, because you do.
And when anxiety tries to creep in, when your heart starts pounding, remind yourself, this moment isn't a test. It's a chance to learn, to grow, to shine. You don't need to sound like a TED speaker. You just need to sound like you, honest, thoughtful, and grounded. If you're watching this right now, it means you care. You want to improve. You want to become someone stronger. And that already sets you apart. Remember this. You will fail sometimes. You will freeze sometimes. You'll have awkward moments where the words don't come out right. But don't give up. Every speaker you admire started with fear. Every confident voice you hear once trembled in front of a crowd. Every leader you look up to once doubted themselves too. The difference? They kept speaking, even when it was hard. Especially when it was hard. Your voice is not something you earn. When you're successful, your voice is the tool that will get you there. So speak up, in class, in meetings, in interviews, in relationships, in life, because every time you speak with courage, you teach your brain, I'm not hiding anymore. I'm showing up. You are not just a student. You are not just trying to pass time or get by. You are building the foundation of your life, right here, right now, and your voice is your power. So if you've been quiet until now, if you've been holding back your ideas, your dreams, your opinions, today is your reminder. It's time to speak. Even if your voice shakes, even if your hands tremble, even if you mess up the first 100 times, speak anyway, because your future self is listening, and they're counting on you to be brave today.
If this message touched your heart, if it made you feel a little braver, share it, like it, subscribe, and most importantly, drop a comment and tell me, what's one moment you stayed silent, but won't anymore? Let's grow together. Let's speak with courage. Let's make our voices heard. Because in this world, being quiet is easy. But being honest, being real, that's where true power lives. And your voice? It's more powerful than you know.